Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So tell me about what's been going on.
Well, we touched on it a little bit yesterday, um, last time,
Mhm.
that, you know, I just got married recently, and
Mhm.
I have to adjust to, being an introvert, and then having the extra person that's always there, and not having my own free time, and then having all those really big family get-togethers. I don't really like too much the big family get-togethers because I just feel so out of place and so uncomfortable, and I'm just not enjoying it. And I don't
Mhm.
really know what to do because I have to do them, but I don't really
Yeah.
want to. So, um,
Could you think of it as doing it for your wife?
I'm only doing it for for that because it's definitely not for me. It's
Well,
definitely not.
yeah. So that's good. You're thinking about her in the process, and you're doing it. And in the meantime, it makes you come out of your shell. So you're doing pretty good.
Right, but I mean, who am I coming out of my shell for? Like, I'm coming out of my shell for her, and then it, so it's a negative for me, but positive for someone else. I mean, it's very selfless, but
Mhm.
like I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm out of my element, I'm out of the zone.
Mhm.
I'm forced to do things I don't want to. Inside, I'm just like, oh, another family event. I don't wanna. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's really worth it. I mean, on my end, to put up this act.
Yeah. So how do you feel when you're in a crowd of people? How do you feel when you're in the moment? Do you feel like you're doing it, you're trying for her, or do you feel like you're, slowly doing it for yourself?
Um, no, I think it's only for her because if I had the option, I wouldn't. You
Mhm.
know, I wouldn't. Because it's a lot of times people I don't know, you know, like they're a very big family. They have a lot of connections. So there's
Mhm.
always another person's wedding to go to that
Yeah.
I don't know. And there's always another person's thing to go to that I
Mhm.
don't know. And it's always like she has to go say hi, and she's talking to people she knows, and I'm just the plus one, or I'm just sitting there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm her husband. Nice to meet you. I don't know, and they go into their own little conversation that they already always have, and
Mhm.
reminisce about stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, all right, can we go home yet? Has it been time? But
But the first step is that you go, so that's a plus.
right, yeah, I
So
I
that's
see that.
that's very
That
good of
makes
you.
sense.
Yeah, because that's making a step to try to do better, and in the sense you're kind of helping yourself too. So you say you're going for her, but you're taking that step and you're making that because she's not like grabbing you by the hand or grabbing you by the arm or say let's go. You're going willingly, so that's a step up. So that's really good.
Yeah, no, you're right. I do see that. She's not at all. There's no time where she's like, "Oh, you have to come," and I'm like, "No, please don't." Yeah, so I see that. I see that
Mhm.
I'm at least doing that part. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It still doesn't take away from the sucking aspect of it because it's just, and they hang out for so long.
Yeah.
I remember going to my cousin's wedding in
Mhm.
France, and the French love to eat for hours, but they don't even eat. They just sit in the table for 5, 6 hours. It was horrible. By the time you finish lunch, you have to have dinner. It
Oh
was.
wow. Yeah.
It's the same way with them. They
Mhm.
just sit and they sit like all Saturday long. They have lunch and they'll sit and they'll talk and they'll schmooze and all I want to do, all I've ever done is just I've had lunch and I go take a nap. I go chill. I go do my thing. I go just relax. But they sit there until the end of the day, pretty much. It's long.
Yeah. So this is definitely a different atmosphere for you, and you're kind of feeling, you know, are you feeling scared to come out of your shell almost?
Uh, Scared
Nervous? Or you just
as
don't like being because you're not, used to it. So
yeah,
with her having
it's
these
just a
big,
comfort.
yeah.
It's a comfort thing.
Mhm.
Something that I'm afraid of if I go or that I go or what I'll say, I'll be judged. None of that. Just don't want to.
You don't want to?
I mean, there are times when I say like, where I leave it saying that wasn't that bad.
Mhm.
You know,
So so when you leave, you're saying that it's not that bad. So does that mean you look forward to the next one? Like, what does that mean to you when you say it's not that bad?
I'm less hesitant to go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I still wouldn't say looking forward to,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's becoming more of a, oh, another event? Okay, as opposed to it being like, oh, another event.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's getting there. It's definitely moving forward, but it'll definitely take a lot more time
Mm-hmm.
before it becomes a, oh yay, another event.
Yeah. But at least, I mean, you're slowly working yourself, so that's a plus. Like, you're slowly, taking those steps, and you know your limits and what you're not, what you don't want and what you want, so that's good.
Right, yeah. Limits, my limits would be a lot shorter than
Mm-hmm.
the limits that we're actually putting forth, because,
Yeah.
I would only want like a 2-hour session,
Mm-hmm.
not a 5 each time. 5 hour.
Yeah. But you stick through it. You stay for the whole time.
Her brothers don't stay for the whole time, but I am staying for the whole time. It's
So you're
horrible.
stuck there with her because you guys drive the same car.
Yeah. No, she's a daughter. She
Mhm.
always comes to all the events. The brothers always weasel out of it because they're the guys. It's always
Mhm.
different, though.
Yeah.
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 And their wives don't care because they're not part of the family.
Mhm.
They're married into it like I did.
Yeah.
But they only go when the guys go. But she always goes because she,
She's the daughter.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she's the oldest, so she
Yeah.
feels like she has to. So, and
So what do you guys do when you're not, going to events like that? Like, what do you do to have built that relationship with her?
just alone time, just a lot of TV watching, just hanging
Do you ever
out.
try to talk to her about, like, hey, let's do this, after we're done with this, because that's something that you want to do because you're doing something that she wants to do, so.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, she'll stay at my family's house longer
Mhm.
than I want to. Like she's
Oh, really?
just used to that kind of just sitting there for a long time. So it's
Nice.
not. I'll never have to be like, I'm doing this, you should do it also. She'll do it
Mhm.
before I will. So, no, I think it's just the way that I handle like the long encounters. Like I just like to. I'm introverted. I like to do my own thing, get
Mhm.
my alone time. Get my quiet time. But
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
she's not. She loves being out.
Yeah.
She loves just.
You know what I just heard you say? Well, not just say, but like, you're an introvert, so you like to do things, but from that sense, you're stepping out, like slowly stepping out because you're a newlywed. And you're doing things that, as a couple, you're like supporting her at the same time. You're kind of supporting yourself, you're kind of coming out of that shell. So that's really good.
Right. Yeah. I
Trying
mean,
to get
they're
social,
definitely-
It's a different process because it's something you're probably not used to. Yeah, because you like to be alone.
Yeah. I mean, I've always liked to challenge
Mhm.
my fears and my flaws or
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff. So I don't mind doing it just to challenge myself. But at a
Uh-huh.
certain point, like even I tell myself, like, all right, like you've challenged yourself enough for one day.
Right.
Let's take it easy. But like I'll do things that are out of my element all the time.
Mhm.
Like I'm scared of heights, but I went skydiving.
Yeah.
It's the full extreme.
See,
But
that's good. You're taking
but
that
I
step
won't
for yourself.
go bungee jumping because it's not worth it. I've already done skydiving. Why would I go something lower? Like
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
the crazy part already. Why would I
Yeah.
do so? So, but but then like the constant, like every day doing a challenging thing.
Mhm.
After a while, I just need to like, all right, 3 challenging things in 1 week. Enough. But the rest of the week, let's just chill. But if there's things coming up, you can't chill. You have to just keep going to them.
Yeah.
And usually it's like Friday night, Saturday night, and then one day during the week, or 2 even. There's another wedding, so that's 4 out of 7 days of the week.
Mhm.
You're just back to back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy sometimes. And
Yeah.
even with holiday times coming up,
Mhm.
or not coming up, well, there's holiday coming up soon for me, and they have been. It just all of her family comes to one event,
Mhm.
60, 80 people, you know, and then it's just nonstop, just loudness and talking. I mean, in a positive way,
Mhm.
but for me, it's just, I like the silence and the quiet and
Yeah.
the chilled out atmosphere, and it's just not in my element. But, you know, make it happen and push through and all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
it's good.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Okay.